Folks, I'm just going to set up this ball game. It is the first of a two-game series, still opening day, and it's the second to last game of this opening day. So it's taken a while to get through, but we're getting through it. I have yet to put in the lineups. It's going to be Pat Jarvis starting for Atlanta, right-hander, and Bob Gibson for the Cards. And I guess I'll just go through the lineups as I enter. For Atlanta, leading off, and playing center field, Felipe Alou. Batting second at shortstop, Sonny Jackson. Batting third in right field, Henry Aaron. The cleanup hitter and catching, Joe Torre. Batting fifth and playing third base, Clete Boyer. Batting sixth at first base, DJ Johnson. Batting sixth, seventh in left field, Mike Lum. Batting eighth and playing second base, Felix Millan. And pitching and batting ninth is Pat Jarvis. For the world champion St. Louis Cardinals, leading off in left field, Lou Brock. Batting second in center, Curt Flood. Batting third in right field, Roger Maris. The cleanup hitter at first base, Orlando Cepeda. Batting fifth and catching, Tim McCarver. Batting sixth at third base, Mike Shannon. Batting seventh and playing second base, Julian Javier. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, Dal Maxville. And the pitcher batting ninth, Bob Gibson. Short first, right left center, pitcher, catcher third, first, second, short center, right, left. It will be Pat Jarvis, right-hander for Atlanta, and Bob Gibson, right-hander for the Atlanta Braves. Curt Flood was a great player. And in just a few minutes, we're going to get started with this ball game. Oh. We are in St. Louis for this ball game. And the St. Louis Cardinals take the field. It's Bob Gibson on the mound. Catching him is McCarver. Infield, Cepeda at first, Javier at second, Shannon at third, Maxville at short. And the outfield is from left to center, Brock, Flood, and Maris. These are the world champion St. Louis Cardinals. Gibson is ready. And leading it off is Felipe Alou for the Atlanta Braves. Okay, here's Gibson now. He's ready. The windup. The pitch to Alou. 5'8", right-handed, grounds it to second X. That's for Julian. Julian, 219. 16-2, he fires it over to Cepeda at first for the first out, one away, and we're underway here in St. Louis. Now here's Sonny Jackson up to the plate. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, Lord. That is good coffee. Okay, Gibson now. The pitch to Jackson. 5'7", left-handed, struck him out. And that's 2 away. And here comes future Hall of Famer, I think it's fair to say, Hank Aaron. Gibson winds and deals. It's 1-5, grounds it to short for Maxville. And he throws it to Orlando for the third out. So 1-2-3 by Gibson. After a half, it's Atlanta nothing, St. Louis coming up. Oh. Here's Pat Jarvis on the mound. Taking his warm-up, catching him is Torrey. The infield for the Braves, DJ Johnson at first, Mian at second, Jackson at third, short, Boyer at third. Outfield left to right is Lum, Felipe Alou, and Aaron. Leading off for the Cards, Lou Brock. Okay, Jarvis is ready. I am just about to do it, Kathy, since you did. Here's the pitch. I got to do something. 4-9, struck him out. Brock goes down swinging. Here's Curt Flood now. That's high for a ball. Okay, Jarvis. Yes, it is. And the pitch to Flood. 3-6, and it's a base hit. Flood singles with 1 out. Let's get our quotients and our ballpark effects while we're at it, Kathy Harden. It is that kind of day, Kathy Harden. Okay, Flood is on. He's a 1-15, 1-16, being held 1-14. And here comes Roger Maris. Roger, left-handed hitter, Kathy. Jarvis from the stretch. 1-9 right-handed, grounds it to second. And Mian throws it to Johnson at first, and Flood advances. So it's 2 outs, Flood in the scoring position for Orlando Cepeda. Here's the pitch, 2-6. And that's hit well by Orlando into the gap for a double, and that will score Flood. And the Cards get out ahead 1-0. Big double by Orlando Cepeda on a 2-6 right-handed. It was an 8. Now Tim McCarver, the batter. That's a possible wild pitch. Jarvis is a 4. No, it's high for a ball. Full count on McCarver. Two-8 right-handed, pops it up to second. And that's for Mian. And the side is retired. But the Cardinals get 1 run. On 2 base hits, the single by Flood, he advanced to second on Maris's ground out, and then doubled home by Orlando. After 1, it's St. Louis 1, Atlanta 0. We'll get back to the ball game in just a couple minutes. Oh, we're back. Here's Gibson. He retired the Braves in order in the first. Joe Torre to lead it off. Indeed, Kathy. Okay, here's Gibson, the windup. Pitch to Torre, 3-11, grounds it to third, and that's for Shannon. And he fires it over to Orlando for the first out. Now Clete Boyer is the batter. Pitch from Gibson. 6-4, right-handed, fly ball center X. That's Flood, 1-8. That's a 3-1. He makes the catch. 2 away for DJ Johnson. .610, right-handed, grounded to short for Maxville. 225. That's a 7-2, and he throws him out. So Gibson retires the side in order a gain. And we head to the bottom of the second. Pat Jarvis, he allowed a run in the first. Here's Mike Shannon now, leading it off. The windup from Jarvis. 111, right-handed, grounded to first. And that's to DJ. And he takes it to the bag, 1 away. And the batter is Julian. .55 right-handed and home run, 1-5. It's going to drop in the gap for a double for Julian. Second double that Jarvis has allowed. Now Dal Maxville, the batter. Jarvis and the pitch. 4-10 right-handed, fly ball center X. Felipe, 2-8. Trying to get under that. 2-8-9. It's going to be an E8 roll. Wait a minute. No. Yes, E8 roll. E8-8 makes the catch. Javier holds. And here's Bob Gibson. That's a possible wild pitch. Jarvis, he's a 4. It's high for a ball. Full count now on Gibson. And the pitch from Jarvis. That's 6-10, Kathy Harden. Right-handed, grounded to third. For Boyer, 1-10. That's 19-1. And he throws him out. And the side is retired. No runs, the double by Julian. And he was left on base. And folks, we've gone 2, and I want to welcome you to the Strat-O-Matic network, and in particular, the 1968 replay. We're winding down our first date Opening day was postponed for several days following the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. And April 10, as you can see, the date of the game always on the upper right-hand column. Date of the game is April 10, opening day here in St. Louis, with the world champion St. Louis Cardinals taking a 1-0 lead after 2. It's Jarvis hurling for Atlanta and Gibson for St. Louis. Jarvis, a longtime sheriff of DeKalb County, eventually indicted for taking kickbacks. That's too bad to hear. You know, but was he convicted? Was he convicted is my question. He was convicted. You know, he served 15 months in the Fed. Now he's out and he runs an organic nursery in Rutledge, Georgia. Isn't that interesting? He's still alive, age 83. So he made a mistake. And he paid for it. He paid his debt to society. And I guess this is a case of someone who was rehabilitated or was not really, you know, but he was indicted and convicted. We'll be back in just a few minutes. This is a game. We've gone 2 innings, and I think I'm going to continue to enjoy my medicine here. And I'm enjoying this ball game. I'll tell you, Kathy, I'm a little better right now. Before, I was so depressed, I could hardly stand it. First game we played, and even in the opening until I started with the other stuff. Indeed, Kathy Arden, and so depressed I just could not. Oh, God. I just sure hope they don't take my YouTube away. I haven't done anything to warrant that yet. And I want to thank you all for being here. Excuse me. Knock. Taking it nice and slow, see. That's the way to do it. Nice and slow. And you can consider this, Rick, it's not in jeopardy right now. What's in jeopardy is my monetization, and you know what, the hell with it. I filed an appeal with an unlisted video, but you know, I just don't want them to take it away on an infraction. The worst thing I'll get is a strike. Best of show for New Year's Eve. I don't know what you mean, Kathy. I'm open to your suggestions. Highlights? You talking about highlights for the year? I guess I could do that. Thanks, Rick. This is my only sanity, people. I mean, yeah, I do a little bit in the real world. I mean, I consider this the real world. But in the actual physical world, offline, I take the garbage in and out. I check my mail. I interact with neighbors. I interact with staff at Winn-Dixie, and sometimes even, always positive, other customers. Hey, that sounds great, Kathy Orden. A replay of my favorite game. Oh, Lord. And JC says, I feel you, Jeff. Other than my family, my gaming, and this community are what keeps me sane and peaceful. And family can mean a lot of different things to people. I noticed that you're married. I saw a quick glance of your lovely wife sitting at a chair. I believe it was at a desk. I assume that's her nook. And I have family too, my son and daughter-in-law. She's a hottie. She looked attractive. The quick glance I got of her, she looked very attractive. And the Cardinals take the field in slow motion. Gibson. Taking his warm-ups with McCarver catching the ball game. And JC, I want to tell you something that it's the top of the third in a 1-0 ball game. And Mike Lum will lead it off. He's the 7th batter in the lineup. Now Gibson has retired the first 6 in this ball game. He winds and deals. Oh, and it's a 6-12 left-handed single, 1-16, line to second, and diving for it is Julian. Oh, that was a pretty catch. And Gibson's still perfect. Look at that again. It's all boxcars all the way. 6-12, 18. Left-hander, single, 1-16. Line out second, 17-20. And it was a pretty play by Julian. Don't you think that was a pretty play by Julian? Now here's Felix Millan. Neon steps in, chokes up on the bat, about 4 inches. Here's Gibson now. Again, he winds and deals. That's 5-4 right-handed, grounder to third, X Shannon. 222. 15-2. Oh, he throws him out. Oh, wait a minute. 15-2 throws him out. Firing that over to Orlando, 2 away. These are the world champion Cards in the field. And now Gibson's faced 8, retired 8. And Pat Jarvis is the batter. Anybody out there watching this, enjoying this ball game? It's a very tidy game thus far. Okay, Gibson is ready. Bart, thank you. Thank you. Here's Gibson now. And the pitch, 6-8. Right-handed, flies it to right for Maris. And he makes the catch. It's another 1-2-3 for Gibson. Gibson perfect through 3. And Jarvis indicted and convicted of fraud. Served 15 months. It's a pretty hefty, for a nonviolent crime, I'll tell you. I think 6 months and restitution. Really, I believe, oh, look, I don't want to get into it, okay? That's an awful long stay. And if you don't think so, think about what it might be like to be incarcerated. And here's Lou Brock. He runs a organic nursery, last I heard. Brock leading it off, Jarvis on the mound. Now here's the pitch to Brock. That's going to be 3-6. You watching? Struck him out for the second time, Jarvis did. And here's Curt Flood. Near panic. So depressed I was in a near panic. Can you imagine how depressed that is? No thoughts of suicide, don't worry about that. Would never do that to my son, and I just try to bear it. Try to just handle it. Here's Curt Flood. Life is hard, and life is very risky too. I mean, people all eventually die. So that you're gonna, by being born, one way or another, you're probably gonna be touched by the loss of people. Okay, here's Flood now. The pitch from Jarvis. And that's gonna be a 4-7 right-handed, struck him out. And so Jarvis now with 3 strikeouts. And here comes Roger Maris, former Yankee, former California A's, hit 61 home runs in the season 7 years ago. This may be his final season. It's 2 outs, nobody on, and the pitch. That's going to be 2-7 right-handed. Pops it up to first. And DJ Johnson makes the catch, and this side is over, folks. So both pitchers now, Jarvis has reinstituted, has settled, on the cusp of settling down in a 1-0 ball game. And I hope that you're enjoying this ball game. And we like to take a little break in some of these games between innings. Just to sort of unwind and let the juices flow. And when that happens, yeah, you just feel better. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Guterman here, and we have Gibson now. Top of the 4th, Braves batting. It'll be top of the order. Gibson perfect through 3. Felipe steps in the batter's box. Every day is beautiful. Yeah, JC. I think I get the sentiment. I can interpret that any way I want. I say every day of having life is beautiful, using it in a colloquial, the word beautiful, colloquially, or meaning affirmative, you know, meaning very good or well done. As far as beautiful, you know, there is a lot of ugliness in the world. And if you focus on that, I don't think it's good for you. And Baseball Demos has arrived. Baseball, you got anything going here, Dems? You got anything going live today or anything? Because I'm cruising here in the second to last game of the first date of games for the 1968 replay. That date is April 10, 1968. Replay, and it was in real world postponed due to the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. We're having a little rescheduling on that interview. Thanks for asking. A little reschedule. How are you doing? And do you have you got anything coming up in the next day for the weekend here? I'm just cruising around. I got Felipe about to step up. You have a recorded game of the 70. What time is that? Demos. What time is the recorded game going to become available? Will it be a premiere? Will it just suddenly appear? Oh, 4. No premiere. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's cool. I may or may not be done with this. I have no idea. I do have spaghetti and meat sauce ready for consumption. And then after that, maybe a few cookies, something like that. Oh, you're working the football. I'd like to see you do that. What, did you get 1972? Or maybe you got another year. Oh, season ticket. It's a season ticket, second season of football. Wow. God, I'm telling you, I am amazed that you guys, I just want to get this out here. Amazed that you guys managed to place multiple games. I'm just blown away by it. Okay, here's Gibson now. Again, perfect through 3. Starting off with Felipe here. The wind-up by Gibson. And the pitch. That's 4-6 right-handed, single 1-2. It is a base hit. Oh, Lord, it's a re-roll. That was a re-roll, folks. It was maybe the tiniest re-roll I've ever had before. Oh, you got 76. Wow. Here's the repitch. 3-9 right-handed. He walked them. So there goes the perfect game. There was a 3-9 right-handed. Felipe 1-15. Not being held. Here's Sonny Jackson now. Oh, the Giants were bad. Okay. Got a havoc roll, nothing. We have, and here's house rule, 1, 2, or 3 infield in. No, it's back. We have Jackson laying it down, single roll to determine that it goes to the a little dribbler to be picked up by Gibson. And it's a 4B. Speed, can he make it? 1-17. Oh, Lord, and he beat that out. So Jackson beats out the bunt. And boy, that is a hard way to lose a no-hitter. I'm like in 68. Yeah, you bullseye demos, bullseye. Isn't that something? Sonny Jackson laid it down so beautifully to no fault of Gibson. I don't know many people who would have had a chance to get the speedy Sonny Jackson, and Felipe goes to second. And that's going to bring up future Hall of Famer Henry Aaron. I think it's fair to say, call him that. Going 11 years now, 10 years. Very consistently with superstar numbers. Gibson now will face Aaron. It's first and second. Those were a lot of rolls, by the way. Here's the pitch to Aaron. 3-4. Oh, it's blasted. It's blasted deep to left. Back goes Brock. It is gone over the fence. A 3-run home run by Henry Aaron off of Gibson. Oh my. Let's just look at that again, 3-4. And we can see that home run is clean as a baby's ass. Okay, that's how clean that is. and there goes Gibson's ERA. Oh. He has fire in his eyes now. I hope you all don't mind. I'm going to take a moment to enter that home run. I do track my home runs real time, and it is a little bit cumbersome when I am this medicated. But we'll do what needs to be done. We'll enter all other stats. And we'll just keep that file minimized. And Gibson has fire in his eyes as Joe Torre is about to come up to the plate. Here's Gibson. Look at the fire. And now Joe Torre. Will be the batter. It's a different kind of broadcast. No doubt about it. But I got this ball game. I got a tight hold on this game. I got a very, very, very tight hold. With fire in his eyes, Joe Torre steps up, 3-1 Atlanta now. No outs, no one on. Torre. Pitch from Gibson, 6'8", right-handed. Fly ball right for Maris. One down. And here's Cletus Boyer. Okay, Boyer steps in, facing Gibson. Here's Gibson, the windup and the pitch. To Boyer, that's 4-10 right-handed. Ballpark slash, one goes through. Oh, right past the reach of Sonny Jackson at short. With a devil die one. And again, I want to reiterate that Gibson has fire in his eyeballs. Okay? Look at that. Okay, Boyer is on. Look at him, a 1-20. DJ coming up. Boyer 21, not being held, 1-19. Okay, Gibson looks in. Oh shit. I put the single in the wrong location. Oh my. There's only one out here, folks. That's a very simple remedy. I'm surprised no one said anything. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, that's an awesome logo. That's what that could be. Awesome logo. Absolutely awesome. So Boyer on first, not being held, DJ Johnson. I don't think I rolled. Thank God it's not. Here's the pitch to DJ now. Ground ball, man. 1-8, pops it up to third for Shannon, 2 away. And Mike Lum with 2 outs and Boyer on first. I'll tell you what I'll do for myself for a pick-me-up in just a moment. Here's Lum now. 2 outs. And the pitch to Lum. That's going to be 3-3 right-handed. Walked him. Whoa, first and second, Gibson. I hate when this happens. Felix me on now. Gibson has to get out of this. First and second, 2 outs. And the pitch. 6-8 to Mian, right-handed fly to right for Maris. Under it, makes the catch. He had to step back a few steps to get to that one, and the side is retired. 3 runs for Atlanta on a 3-run home run. By Henry Aaron. I did enter it. Obviously his first home run of this opening day for these clubs, and opening day in baseball still. Yes, Rick. It's got the same name as you. If we could take a moment of silence to recognize Ricky Henderson. Nobody gets out of here alive. Oh, Lord. And you know what I say? One of my philosophies, don't worry about dying. What's the difference between having 5 years left to live and having 25 years? I'm not going to fight it. And I will be passing away probably, you know, within about 5 years. And if I get past 5 years, I'm lucky. Okay? We are going to continue with this ball game, and it's going to be Pat Jarvis on the mound facing Orlando, McCarver, and Shannon. Here's Orlando now. Real shocker, you know, that's just happens with a 3-run home run off of Gibson. He got the right pitch. It looked like a curveball, and it was up there, and Aaron clubbed it deep to left field. Okay, Cepeda in facing Jarvis. That's 6-7 right-handed, grounds to second X. That will be for Felix, 218. 218-10, that'll be an E18 roll for Felix. E18-7, and he makes the play. Real nice play by Felix. One away. And Tim McCarver, the batter now. Jarvis now in this game. Here's the pitch. That's 6-7. Left-handed, grounder to second X again. And it will be Felix. 218 all frickin' day. That's an 8. That's going to be an E-roll. 18 again. So many times you get away with this. Felix. 6. Oh, and he boots it down. It hit his glove and went out. Sort of a quirk play, and he's being charged with an error there. And the greatest of fielders make sometimes the most errors, or a lot of errors. My father used to suggest to me it's because they got to things that others didn't even have a chance for. But in that case, would it really be an error? I used to always argue back with him on that. So McCarver is on. Maybe a chance here with one out. Mike Shannon. You know, every at-bat is a big at-bat. Okay, JC. Yeah. You're going to run why don't you run the broadcast in the car as you're driving over to dinner, and then bring it into dinner? Just a suggestion. I'm just, you know, playing with you. Okay, Jarvis now. The pitch to Shannon. That's going to be 4-5 right-handed. Grounds it to first. And it's taken by DJ. That's going to be a 4-5 right-handed B. DJ throws to Felix to get McCarver, who reached on Felix's error. And now it'll be 2 outs with Shannon on first. Your wife is not on board. Tell her to get with the program. That's over. You want to have a nice evening out with your wife? That's nice. I understand that completely. I think we're moving at a very steady pace. Here's Julian with 2 outs. Shannon on first. Jarvis looks in. The pitch to Julian. That's 2-11, and he pops it up to short. This should end the inning. Sonny Jackson makes the catch, and the side is retired. So we're still a 3-1 ball game here. Now's a chance to sort of stretch the molecules. It's 3-1 Atlanta here as after 4. And this is the Strat-O-Matic network. It also serves as an ambiance, if you will, something to have on in the background maybe. But I want to tell you, my replays are important, and I strive for accuracy. I think I have a pretty fair system at play. I do a replay. I follow historic lineups using Baseball Reference. That includes the starting pitchers. For relievers, I keep track constantly through a system of who relieved in real world and who relieved in my replay. And I can easily avoid overuse, or at least minimize overuse, and easily see starters who also relieve who came in. Otherwise, I'm searching games before and after to make sure he didn't start anywhere soon. I use as a guideline. I can deviate from the guideline of who pitched, and sometimes I have to, because they pitched 2 days in a row. Here, in fact, I don't think I even wrote it in here, which is not really cool. Ken Johnson, I did put him aside. So you would put who relieved in real world up here, but this is the first game. So it's going to be Johnson. We'll first look at Johnson, about bringing him in. And for the Yankees, Washburn came in. This is the world champion St. Louis Cardinals. And now they're trailing 3-1, but I gotta tell you, I think they're gonna be in the thick of this ball game. I'm gonna take a break for about 5 minutes. I hope you understand. I hope you'll stand by. So I will be right back. Just relax, enjoy, and do what you want to do, what you really want to do. I have for myself what I call a little pick-me-up. It's the remnants of coffee iced. No, I didn't, Kathy Harden. That's pretty cool that they reunited. It's pretty cool they're still alive. All I can think of is when I see them, so much time has passed. And my life is so full of regrets. It's very blurry to me without glasses, you know? Even things that are further away. I originally needed glasses for reading, and gradually I've needed it for. This is actually better. These are about the best glasses I've had. They're graduated or they're progressive, you know what I'm saying? And I'm able to read cards. You have them too, Bartlow. Okay. They're good. Very good. I can see the world, objects, you know, like I could see this door and just all the dimensions, I guess. I don't know if it's two-dimensional or three-dimensional, but whatever it is, I can see and it's crisp. It's crisp. I do have to focus on it though to see the crispness. Otherwise, it's a blur if I'm moving my eyes around. And for fine reading, it works well. Fine reading and writing. This is a special angle which almost allows you to see everything. That it's the first of a 2-game series. I just lowered it a little. On April 10, 1968. Well, here's Gibson after his 3-run inning. He allowed 3-run home run to Henry Aaron. That's deadly. I got a little iced coffee as a pick-me-up. Here's Pat Jarvis. When I have it on ice, I just use my imagination to imagine that it's a malt flavor. Okay, Jarvis at the plate. He is a 2 WR. Here's the pitch from Gibson. 6'9" to Jarvis, right-handed. Grounds it to short X. That'll be for Dal. 225. That's a 3-2. Will he get it? Yes, he does. A nice play by Dal Maxville. And Felipe Alou is the batter. He's 0 for 1 walk. Came home on the 3-run blast. That's a lot to wake you up to. It's a kick in the teeth is what it is. Here's Felipe now. Gibson throws 5-7 right-handed, struck him out. That's the second strikeout for Gibby. And here's Aaron again. 1 for 2, 3-run home run. Okay, here's, whoa. That was a 5-7 left-handed, struck him out. Here's Aaron. .38, that's a base hit. Aaron, sort of always anticlimactic to see, you know, a slugger like Aaron get a single, but that's the kind of player he is. He can get a single, he can get a double. That'll bring Torrey up. That is a possible wild pitch. Gibson 2. Oh, it is a wild pitch by Gibson. My goodness. You got to remember he's human. Okay, so Aaron went to second on the wild pitch. 2 outs now. It is a clutch situation for Joe Torre. And we already did the havoc roll for Torre. That's a 6-8 right-handed. That is a fly ball to right for Maris. And he gloves it, and the side is retired. Well, he, you know, I'm sorry if I'm so concrete sometimes. I understand your sentiment that he wasn't human. He was otherworldly. We could use colloquial terms. He was not human, and he was sick. He was almost unhittable. Until Game 7, Bill Ivamy says, yeah. And, you know, none of these people are perfect. And, you know, I even wondered how a Koufax could have a 2.00 ERA or lower, 2.04. I mean, how could they even get 2 runs off him? But they did. Per 9 innings. Now we'll head to the bottom of the 5th as Torrey flies out to retire the side. Here's Jarvis now. Jarvis had a rocky start, but he has settled down largely. Dal Maxville. Oh yeah, he had ERAs 1.76, I think, in 1966. He had a bunch of them, maybe a couple of them, but he was generally in the low 2s. 2.04. 2 point, something like that. But yeah, he had, I don't know how many times he was under 2. Here's Maxville now in the batter's box, digging in, Maxville, and he holds that bat up about 3 inches. Chokes up on that bat. Here's Jarvis now, and the pitch to Maxville. That's 3-6 right-handed. Flies to left. for Lum, 1 out. And now Gibson. Jarvis on the pitch, that's 5-8. Right-handed, that's a fly to center. And it's going to be Felipe under it, 2-way. So Jarvis working his way now up to the top of the order. Lou Brock. 2 outs, nobody on. Braves lead it 3-1. We're in St. Louis. And the pitch to Brock, 3-11, single 1-15. That's going through. Just what they need, a 2-out single. Oh, Lord. Not my favorite thing in the world unless Flood homers, or maybe doubles with no asteroids. So Brock is on. We're going to have to roll for the attempt here. Brock is 1-19, 1-20. We'll see if he'll be the story here. He's a 1-2 because the champs are losing. He's a 1-19, and with Jarvis's quotient 1-20, being held 1-17. 1-19, 1-20, 1-18 being held. See if he can get the lead here. 2-6 and 12. No, he does not. So Brock being held, and here's Flood now. It's a perfect opportunity. You got your hitters here. Okay, Jarvis. The pitch to Flood. That's 3-11 right-handed. Struck him out. Oh, Jarvis really coming through, and the side is retired. How do you like that? No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We've gone 5. It's a 3-1. Atlanta, opening day, April 10, 1968 replay. And we're cruising here, and I hope you'll join us. We're cruising. I'm going to take a little bit of an extended break here, 15 minutes, maybe a half hour. I might show you some cool pictures. This is obviously Babe Ruth. (1919). So this would be the year of the scandal, a publicity photo. And he was in prime shape here. He had sort of a big head, but he was really in prime shape. He let himself go. And if I had to pick the quote-unquote greatest player of all, it would have to be him, because not only the unprecedented 59, 60 home runs a season, when that was more than both leagues combined or something to that effect. Unbelievable. And this was a time, this started shortly after the Black Sox scandal, and it brought hope back to the game. Ruth culturally made a very large contribution to the new modern era of the 20s. So I would pick him as number one. I used to fight it, you know. Even when he was not in good shape, he hit 60. He started to put on weight the year he hit 60 home runs in 1927. Here's a shot of him, shows you he's in pretty good shape, you see? He does have a bit of a stomach. He's not a sprinter, but he had pretty decent speed, and he was a good left fielder and right field when he played there. So this must be about 1920 when he's first with the Yankees. Yes, it is. This is in the public domain. It does seem that way, Kathy, and it's part of the baby boom. The boomers are dying, and people before the boom. Oh, really? Jane Leary. It's good to know. He was larger than life. He led a very boisterous lifestyle, extravagant consumption, sadly, and it's hard to believe when you see him there. At age 53, dying of throat cancer. and I believe he died at age 53 or 54. I'm not certain. Well, I've survived 12 years longer than that. I guess that's a good thing, huh? I haven't done a game like this in a while. We have gone 5 innings. It's 3-1 Atlanta. Jarvis and Gibson going at it. The difference has been a 3-run home run by Henry Aaron. And we're going to get back to this game in due course. Wow, that might be, let me do it right now, Bill. Jane Levy. Let me do it right now. Here we go. Here's a book she wrote on Koufax. A Lefty's Legacy. It was a bestseller in the New York Times. Oh, that's awesome. She did one on, these are biographies, Big Fella, Babe Ruth, and the world he created. I think that that's a great subtitle. Oh, this is very poignant. Luckiest Man, The Life and Death of Lou Gehrig. The Last Boy, Mickey Mantle and the End of America's Childhood. Wow. I will definitely check that out, Bill. I wonder, she probably occasionally is interviewed on YouTube. Wow. Wow, that's a shame. He tried to make the moves on her, and she was disturbed about that. She didn't expect that from a hero. Wow. I imagine she put it in the book. Wow. I guess if, we're all curious, we're all voyeurs of something, so we get into gossip. He was known to do a lot of things that were out of social norms. He also was a self-defined bedwetter during his childhood. And he said it on, I think it was the Dick Cavett show, but so help me, I remember him saying it. The host was surprised. Bedwetting is a relatively common thing for some children. It's not, I don't have the data, but I assure you it's below 50%, well below. But occasionally you get bedwetting into childhood years. And I thought that was pretty good that he admitted that. All right. She picked the greatest players. I mean, she didn't do maze. Of people she could pick in the modern era, she could have gone DiMaggio, Ted Williams. She was New York girl, okay. She did Koufax and Ruth. I mean, oh, she is. Okay. Here's Gibson. Boyer leads it off. It's 3-1 Atlanta. Four-five right-handed base hit Boyer. His second of the game. Okay, here's the pitch now to DJ Johnson. From Gibson. Pitch to DJ 2-6, right-handed, base hit. Up the middle. Boyer rounding second. 1-12, 1-13. That's going to be 1-12. He'll hold. And then here comes Mike Lum. Those are, I see they're highly recommended from you. And if I get to it, I'm on a budget. I don't know that I can afford buying 3 of those books or even one of them on my self-imposed budget. I hope you understand what I mean. Maybe someday if they're like free, you know, sometimes that happens on Amazon. Oh God, I don't go to the library, Bill. I don't have the gumption to walk or take a bus to my library. No. I'll definitely check it out. Here's Lum first on second. That's that is a possible balk or pass ball. Possible balk. He throws the balk on a 0, Gibson. So it's high for a ball, and they'll have the payoff pitch on a full count. First and second to Lum. That's 6-8, left-handed, lines it to second right at Javier. And he hardly had to even move on that. Here's Felix Millan. I have a million excuses, Bill. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. You're lucky. 211. Right-handed, that's a ballpark slash, and that will be right-handed going through for a base hit. And that will load the bases. Gibson in trouble again. And here comes Jarvis. Base is full now. Whoa. Possible balk or pass ball. Possible pass ball. McCarver 3. It's a long shot. He's good. Holds on to it. Oh, she did one on Henderson too? That's 4. So it's a full count now. Infield back. Pitch to Jarvis. That's 5-6. Right-handed, struck him out. Only the 3rd strikeout for Gibson. And Felipe Alou, 2 outs, base is full. Braves could tear it right open here. Oh, okay. Somebody else. Here's Felipe now. Pitch from Gibson. He's got to get out of this. 6-7 right-handed, struck him out. And he does get out of it. No runs. He leaves the bases full. And a big 0 comes on the board. And Pat Jarvis will come out to the mound here to pitch the bottom of the 6th. Jarvis's first endurance, the 8th. Gibson, the 9th. It'll be Maris, Cepeda, and McCarver. Okay, here's Maris stepping in. 4-2 left-handed ballpark blast. Hit to right. And at the warning track is Aaron to make the catch, 1 out. Wow. I bet you there's a lot of books that are good from what you're saying. Here's Orlando Cepeda. It's a good industry, book writing on baseball or sports. People like it, they eat it up. I'm sure some of it's very good. Pitch to Cepeda, 3-10. Right-handed, ground to 3-10, right-handed, fouls it out to third. Just in foul territory, and that was flagged by Boyer, 2 away. Actually, that was a 3-10 right-handed. Yeah, foul out to third. And here's McCarver now. $250, that is some library. That's some library, though, I'll tell you. That shows how much of a baseball fan you are. 311 right-handed, ballpark slash, and that is line to second to retire the side. So Jarvis gets a scoreless inning there. 1-2-3. And he's bringing it on into the later innings here with a 3-1 lead. Gibson will be out to pitch to Atlanta. It's a close enough ball game. Now I want you to settle down now a little bit and get yourself ready to chill out and get in tune with what's going on here. It's a 3-1 ball game. We are Atlanta over St. Louis, in St. Louis. Jarvis and Gibson going at it. As we head to the top of the 7th, we're so glad that you have decided to join this ambiance-like extended slow ball version of Strat-O-Matic with this 1968 replay. This is the first of 2 that the clubs will face. It's 3-1. It was a bad pitch by Gibson, and Aaron took advantage of it, knocked it deep over the left field wall here in the first incarnation. Oh no, this was the new Bush Memorial. Full circle of seating all around. Part of that type of stadium that came out in the 60s and even the 70s with riverfront and big parks, big stadiums. They were stadiums, and closed, many of them. And here's Gibson. He's going to have to prove himself that was one bad pitch. He got into trouble later, loaded the bases in the 6th. Again, his endurance not a problem until the 9th. Sonny Jackson will lead it off. And if you're here, we'd love to hear from you in the live text. That's what makes it lively and fun. Here's the pitch to Jackson. That's 2-5 right-handed, 1-1-2. It's going to be a base hit for Sonny Jackson off Gibson. This is part of the problem with the 50-50 split, but you can expect Gibson maybe to have a bad outing. But he can have bad outings that are probably unlikely in real world. Sonny Jackson 1-18, being held 1-16. Aaron at the plate. Three-4, he did it again. It's long, it's deep. I knew it right off he hit it, out of here. A 2-run home run by Henry Aaron, his 2nd of the ball game. It was 3-4 clean, you remember, as a baby's ass. And that's his 2nd home run of this short season. Let's look at that again. It was 3-4 right-handed, home run, clean as a baby's ass. And that makes it a 5-1 ball game. He's been known to do that, absolutely. He now leads Major League Baseball in home runs with 2. I think there might have been someone else with 2. And they did it in the same game. Well, we're going to stay with Gibson. Let him start from scratch here. No outs, nobody on. Torrey, the batter. That's 3-9 right-handed, struck him out. And here's Clete Boyer. Two-eight right-handed, grounds it to third for Shannon. 2 outs. And here's Johnson. Is that so, Bill? Are you serious? What does that mean? That he can play? He did every game was a complete game? Are you kidding me? That's 5'9" right-handed. Struck him out. And the side is retired, but 2 runs. This one on a second home run by Henry Aaron. 7th inning stretch. Oh, pinch hit sometimes. Yeah, because I may do that here. 5-1. Here's Jarvis. And Shannon will lead it off. .211 right-handed, pops it up behind the plate, 1 out. Julian Javier is the batter. 5'10" right-handed, grounds it to short. I love how there's no X's there. And that's Jackson throwing it to Johnson, 2 away. Cardinals coming out dry here as Jarvis has settled down. 110, it's a base hit for Maxville. And they're gonna have a try here. I hate to do it, but we're gonna take Gibson out. He pitched 7 and allowed 5 runs. Nine hits. He walked 2, struck out 6. The loser of record, Jarvis, the winner. And let's see who's coming in. Washburn came in real world. That might do. Yes, it will. So many people with good ERAs in this year of the pitcher. Washburn will come in. -1. Let's see who's going to hit here. Tolan pinch hit, Ricketts pinch hit. I don't know if Ricketts is even carded. Tolan is. 230 hitter. Wonder if we can do a little better than that. I don't like to gain the cards. There is not anyone better than a 230 hitter. There's Johnny Edwards, the catcher. We'll go with, we're gonna have to get used to this. We'll go with Tolan, who pinch hit in this game in the real world. He's a left-handed hitter. So Tolan steps in. 2 outs and Maxville on first. Pitch to Tolan. 5'8" left-handed, grounds it to first. And Johnson takes it to the bag and the side is retired. So Gibson's out after 7. And Ray Washburn will be the new pitcher. It's a shame. If it's okay with you, I'm going to enjoy my dinner for about 15 minutes. free to watch me eat. Fortunately, you won't be able to see the actual food that I'm eating. All right, Bill. But maybe you see me take a few bites. You're having wings, pizza, and beer. Oh, Bill. What kind of wings? Delivered? That's awesome. I'm having spaghetti and meat sauce. Oh, good. Spicy is good. Absolutely. You know, bread works if they're really spicy and the spice flavor is too much left on your tongue. Bread will soak up the oils. Water doesn't really help. Yeah, I once read that, and then I once tried it, and it worked. I think white bread is the best. It worked very well. Well, but are you broadcasting these? No, you're not broadcasting. You doing it just for yourself, the show? Oh, you're pretending to. Okay. Maybe someday you'll do a broadcast. Maybe it's a form of practice. I wouldn't worry about doing it too much. Our community is very forgiving. Low errors, yeah. So far, an error is so bad it's either not correctable and or so bad you just have to go on with it and accept the error. And I always fall back on, I think Strat-O-Matic errors that should be built into the game. Wow. And you get a hold of that. You have a hard copy of that, or is it online? That's a real good way of doing a replay. To use that as a guide. Oh, wow. That's pretty good. I'm getting through this game with extended breaks, but not inappropriate, not going off the deep end. Because I am ready to resume this ball game. Ray Washburn, the new pitcher, in for Gibson after Tolan pinch hit and grounded out. Lou Brock to lead it off. It's the top of the 8th. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I got the wrong team here. It's Mike Lum due up. That's great. That's great, Bill. There's a lot of things I envy about Canada. Okay, it is Washburn. Facing Lum. 5-1 Braves. Braves batting top of the 8th. 6-6, left-handed, struck him out. Now Felix Millan. .110, right-handed, grounds it to first. And Cepeda takes it to the bag, 2 outs. Well, again, I use Baseball Reference, the box score, as a guideline, and I would do my best to confirm that any player you would consider using was actually on that team on that time. So I'm not sure if that's what you mean. Here's Jarvis now, 2 outs. Washburn throws 6-3. Right-handed, grounds it back to Washburn. He is a 3-7. And that's a 5-3. It's going to be an E7 roll. Uh-oh, E7-7. And he throws him out. And it's a 1-2-3 for Washburn. Now we move to the bottom of the 8th. Time is running out. Pat Jarvis has gone all the way. This is his first endurance inning. Lou Brock leads it off. Whoa. It's 6-5, left-handed, grounds to short X. Jackson, 438. (19-4) throws him out. Nice play by Sonny Jackson as Brock is retired. Oh, why are you flipping the cards? Don't you know you have your lineup here? You know, we know this is Curt Flood. We got the Cardinals. We keep them here on the right side. Keep the Yankees line up on the left side. Pitchers up front. Benches way out. Way out. I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, here's Flood now. Pitch from Jarvis, 3-6, and there's a base hit for Flood, his second of the game. Flood 1-15, 1-16, being held 1-14 for Roger Maris. That's 6-5, left-handed, grounded to short X. Again, that's Jackson, 438. This could be trouble. 15-4. Oh no, he throws him out at first, and Flood goes to second on the play. But a nice play by Sonny Jackson, and 2 ground balls. Here's Orlando with Flood on second. Cards down by 4. 1-7. That's right-handed, grounds it to short, and that will retire the side. There was no hold because he was on second base, and I'd have to say it out loud. Went on a new base. No runs, 1 hit. 1 left. Great performance by Jarvis today. Now here's Washburn. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th, it will be McCarver, Shannon, and Javier. Oh yeah, well, you got to be careful about that, Bill. You're right. That's why I've gotten into the habit of looking it up on Baseball Reference to see who they were with. Best guideline is if they are in the box score, we know they played. That helps. And yeah, there's a lot of that. Most of the times, I think they go with the team they ended up on, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Washburn now. Oh yeah, well, that's a nice compliment. Felipe Alou bounced out to end the 8th. It'll be Sonny Jackson and Washburn in his second inning. 3-9 right-handed, grounds it to second. And Julian throws it over to Cepeda, 1 out. And here's Henry Aaron. Three, 4, there it is again. It's his 3rd home run of the ball game. And this one was a solo home run. My Lord, 6 runs batted in. Look at it again. It's a balance, Bill. It's a balance. Look at it again, 3-4. And there it is. He's hit that 3 times today. And you know that it has nothing to do with what the roll was, because these are broken up. Okay? This is the darndest thing. Henry Aaron definitely leading Major League Baseball now with 3 home runs and 6 runs batted in. And that's going to make it a 6-1 game. Now Torrey comes up. Pitch from Washburn. 3-10 right-handed, chops it to Julian at second, and he fires it to Cepeda, 2 outs. Oh, Henry, yeah, it's a good bar. It's got peanuts and chocolate. It's a good bar. Here's Boyer now. 5-5 right-handed, struck him out. So 1 run to make it that much harder. Now Atlanta leading 6-1. The St. Louis Cardinals down by 5, the world champs. And just to take a peek, it says rescheduled from April 9, the funeral of Martin Luther King Jr. 34,000 here. Good crowd for the world champs at home. And the Cards won at 2-1. Again, it's going to be McCarver, Shannon, and Julian. Down by 5 tall order, but stranger things have happened. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Network. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Stand by, please. Indeed. Joe Horland says Strat guys must be out for the holidays. Card viewer app still malfunctioning, and they are not responding to my emails. I have a love-hate relationship with the card viewer app. I love the info, but hate messing with my phone during a game. It's all up to Pat Jarvis, but he's got things pretty much in hand. A 6-1 lead over the world champs here on opening day. And Tim McCarver will lead it off. Here's Jarvis now. Pitch to McCarver, 4-9, left-handed, 1-1. Flies it to right, chasing for it, Aaron. And he makes the catch, a running catch by Henry Aaron. Now Mike Shannon. Whoa, that did not go through. It's a re-roll. That is a complete re-roll. 6-7 right-handed, grounds it second X. Mian, 218. He's not a 1 yet. 4-2, fires it to first to Johnson. And St. Louis down to their last at bat. Their last out. Julian is the batter. Julian 1 for 3, doubled, left on in the second. Jarvis looks into his windup, and the pitch to Julian. 3-9, grounder to third for Boyer, and he throws to G.J. Johnson, and this ball game is over. The final, Atlanta 6-1 over St. Louis. I'll be back in a moment. Well, it was St. Louis 1-0 in a run in the bottom of the first, but then Atlanta came back 3 runs on a 3-run blast by Aaron, hit off Gibson, and then Gibson allowed another 2-run home run to Aaron in the 7th, and that made it 5-1. They got a third home run by Aaron, and that was the long and short of it. I give the star of the game to both Jarvis and Aaron, co-MVPs. I hope you enjoyed the game. Stay well, everybody, okay? And I'll catch you next time, I hope. Thank you, Bill, very much. He's going to give it to Hank. Okay. We have multiple awards. We'll see you later, Kathy Horton. I don't know if you're still there, Joel, but that's pretty bad customer service. When we depend on these things.